Hey everybody, today we'll do another video and it's going to be on C++. So today we will kind of go through and review some useful mathematical functions that you can use in C++ while programming, right? Okay, so let's get started. So let's go to Visual Studio 2019. Open that up, right? And let's create a new project. And I haven't done C++ for a while, so I thought I might as well just do a video and then, just keep going every once in a while, doing some C++, maybe some MATLAB. This channel is not like specific for one section, like for a long time. I am trying to kind of mix it together. I am kind of missed the videos. Somebody might need some help on math, somebody might need some help in programming. So anyway, so let's get started. So let's create the project and let's name it math functions, right? Why not? Just like that. Right, go to create, and then we go to project, and add new item, Visual C++, click the file .cpp and click on add, right? So here we can say this program will use math functions. Why not, right? Okay, so then we do include, always a pound like that, right? So then you do include, and then you do inside, you put IO string, right? Making sure you put IO string, spell it correctly at least. All right. Then we can include another one. We can include and we can say it algorithm, right? This will allow us to use some mathematical functions. I think you can do the math too. You can include the math library too, that will do it. So okay, so then we do using using name space, I can spell a space, right? And then std, right? We do that, and we do int main. As always, you gotta have a main here. you do, and then put those down a little bit so you have some room. Here you can actually declare variables, and you can see, you can do the double, right? Double A, comma, I'm sorry, semicolon, doubled B, semicolon, right? You can use double C for now, right? Okay, so now we have three variables, right? Now we can use some functions. We can use the max function, the min, the ceiling function, the square root function, power function, the round function. What else we can use? The floor function, right? So, okay, so let's do some here, right? So let's do cout, right? And then do enter, oops, and then do, we can say this program, you can say this program, or whatever. You can put whatever you want here. Program will display the maximum of two numbers, right? And then we can end a line, that way we have, oops, and of course it would end the line, we have to put a little thing like that, right? All right, so now here we can put cin, we can put enter. I don't feel like typing all this stuff. Enter. Enter num, oops, it's already there. Enter number 1, right? Then we can do that again. Hopefully it's already there. Okay, and we can say enter number 2, right? Enter number 2. Now we can say that here cin, right? We cin a number, and that number has to be number 1, of course, correspond to A, right? And then cin again over here, right? And we do the number that corresponds to B, which is, right, number 2. Now we notice that we have a variable over here that we have not used yet. So that's what we're going to use right now. And we can say that C equal to the result, right? So now we can write this as C is equal to the result of max function like that, right? And then we say A, comma, B, right? So what it's going to do is going to compare the two numbers and display the larger number, right? Because it's the max. It's going to display the maximum of the two numbers, right? Now, so here I can say see out the number, the max num is, all right, and then we say it in a line, right? In a line, semicolon, right? Okay, let's try this. So run it. Start without debugging because it did not put system pulse in there. Okay, this run will display the maximum of two numbers, right? Okay, so let's do 50 for A, right? Enter number 2. Let's do 30 for B, right? And the max number is, see, I did not put I did not put that one there, so let me just fix that real quick. Okay, so nice. So here, forgot to put C. Okay, cool. Now run it again. And let's do num1, 50, num2, 35. All right, so what is the bigger? Well, of course, it's 50, right? So the maximum is, the maximum is 50, right? Okay, so that is that, right? Now, what about we want to show the min, right? So let's just change that to min, right? Build it again. And we do 20. And we do 5. Okay, and the min is 5. See, but I had the max of 5, never changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just change that to max, from max min, right? Build it again, start without debugging, and we do 20, we do 5, and of course the min num is 5, right? Okay, so that is basically using some of the functions. Then we have what? We have the power function, right? So we can say that the power PW, POW, right? And what it's going to do is the following. We'll enter a value for A and B, and it's going to take one of this number as a base, right? And it's going to square it. If, for example, if I put the value of 8, it's 8, and it square it is going to have what? It's going to be 64, correct? So let's try it. So 8, right? And then B, so in this case, it's going to be 64 squared, right? Now, notice that this is going to just square it. I mean, not as in this case a square, but it's going to exponentiate whatever to whatever number is this one. In this case, this is the exponent, and number 1 was the base, right? So, okay, so let's run it again, and let's put 3. Let's do 3 for number 1 and 4 for number 2, which is going to be 3 to the 4th power, right? Which is going to be 3. Okay, 3 times 3 squared is 9, right? And then 27, the 3rd power, right? And then it's going to be, I believe it's 81. I'm not sure. Here you go, 81. See that? Okay, so that's how this power function works. Now let's do another function that is called the ceiling function, and of course we will do the floor function, right? Actually, you know what? Let me just do the square root right now. Let me just do the square root, because we did the power, now let's do the square, right? So square root. So let me just put this, copy this, and comment, because we might need this one, so just comment that one. Okay, so let's do square root is just do SQRT, like that, right? And let's say that right? So okay, so let's say right here that now let's leave it like that for now. Let's just leave it like that, right? Let's put enter number 1. Well, number 1 is just going to show up as it is, right? And then number 2 is the one because we put B in there. So if I do 25, there you go. See? So why? Because the square root of 25 is 5, right? And that's exactly where we got right here. We got B, right? So that is done, right? So we did the square, right? The square root. Now, square root function. So now let's do the ceiling. Let's comment Let's leave it as it is. Okay, so now let's say that we declare another variable here, and we do by you can do E or Elliot's number, right? And you can put 2.71, right? And you want that to be what? You want that to be to the seal, right? Ceiling, right? So let's put, actually, yeah, I mean, you can do this in also. Also, I can see in here, and I can put C in E, right? For number 2, right? And then O, let me just leave it the way that I had it, B, right? Okay. And then I can do it this way. All right, and then I can see in E, right? Okay, so okay, because it's okay. So enter number 1, whatever. Number 1 doesn't count anyway, but number 2, remember that we say that we want to give it the value 2.71, right? Well, but I still have the minimum function there. Hold on, so I can never change it, right? Actually, no, because I never put anything here. So let's do C. That's how you do with the ceiling function. Okay, so do it. All right, so let's do, and then I do 2.71. All right, so the ceiling is going to round it up to the highest, right? The highest number, right? It doesn't matter if it's, I can actually do, let's say, for example, I can actually do, if it's more than the number, it's going to round it up. Let's say, for example, I do 3.00001. Notice that it's more than 3, it's greater than 3, but just a little bit. What it's going to do is just increment, right? All right, but 2 is not even doing anything right now, right? Number 1 is not doing anything, so let's do 3.0000001 and enter. See? And I get 4, right? So the ceiling function is going to just find the next even number. It's going to bump it up to that even next even integer, right? Okay, so now let's do the opposite. Let's do the floor. floor, right? And let's do the floor. And we do what? It doesn't matter, right? But on number 2, we need to put that number in there, which is going to be what? It's good if I said 50 point, oops, 50.5, right? C is 50.5 is going to round it up to 100. This doesn't carry. No, actually, no, I'm sorry. I am doing the floor now, right? So, okay, so yeah. So let's do 50.999. Or let's do, okay, 999.999. See? Just round it up to the, round it down, right? So the floor down, right? So let's say, for example, if I have 50, oops, what happened? Let's run it again. So let's do, if I have 0, it doesn't matter, right? For that one, because it's not doing anything. But let's say that I have 1.999999999. Okay, pretty close to 2, but it's not going to do that. It's going to just say 1. Okay, the main number is 1, right? So yeah, so basically that's how you do it. These functions in this case, right? So as you can see that these functions can be represent couple, you can actually, and I guess, and you can use this for like in different situations. For example, if you want to kind of analyze, right, something, right? For example, right, let's say that you have an E, and you enter E, and also enter another number, right? And you have, okay, let's just change this a little bit. Let's say that C is equal to the power of okay, so let's say that C is equal to square root sqrt right? Now let's do E in this case, but let's assign a number to E so we don't have to put that in there. Let's put 12. Right, so now we take the number E and then we can say here, we can actually do we can do what? We can do, let me just 2, 4, right? So now I know that this is going to be the square root of that, right? So okay, so now we got, so C is equal to this, right? And I can say it, result. Oops. Result. I can put double and okay, so I take the square root of this, right? And then I can say it, and I can say it, and I can say, take the ceiling. Okay, take the max number, I'm sorry. Take the max. Take the max number of a number, right? In this case, I'm going to input B here, right? So what's going to happen here is that in this case, it's going to be multiplying A times C. Well, what is C? C is the square root of E, right? And the square root of E is 4, right? So technically the square root of E is going to be 2, technically, right? Now let's take that and then let's say that we say V, right? Here. So you can do mathematical operation like this. So what's going to happen is going to take this number, multiply whatever number I put for A, and see what is the greatest number, right? Okay, so let's do it. So we do 20 for A, right? And we know that E is already what? E is equal to 4, but the square root of 4 is, the square root of 4 is 2. Multiplied by this is going to be 40, right? So now let me do 50. I know that this is going to be, B is going to be greater than, right? So let's see. Now did I enter an 80? Let's see what happened here. Did I enter an 80? Actually, no. Why? Because I put, see? I was supposed to put C in there because I'm taking the square root of C. Now, if I do that again, you see how if you're doing this fast, like, okay, so let's do it. So we do 20, right? A is 20 times 2 is going to be 40. And then times 50. Well, it's going to be, I mean, not 50, but 40 is less than 50. So 50 is going to be, the value of B is going to be the greater. See, the value is B. See that? So the value of, in this case, and I forgot to change this because it should say in max, not min, right? Okay. So here you go. Now, the max number is what? Is 40, right? Why? Because makes sense. Enter 20 and the square root of e, which is this, square root is 2, right? So 2 times, but the value of the value c is equal to the square root of e, right? So now c is equal to 2. Okay, so c times this times 20, whatever, is 40. If I enter 30 for v, then which one is greater? It's greater the product of these two. See that? It's pretty neat, isn't it? Okay. So now we do on the next one. The next one is going to be just a round. Just it. So I will do round. Round. Oops. So here, if I put C in it. Okay, so let's say if I enter a number, if I enter a number that is actually, let me just change this number. Let me just do this. Let me just do. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Just why not multiply by 8? By 8. I mean, by B, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to put, I'm going to round. I'm going to, let's just this, the sum. So it's going to be, I'm going to enter some value for A and B. For A and B, and then plus C, right? And plus C. And remember that C now is not going to be an even number, it's going to be 3.14. So if I take the square root 3.14, it's going to be like a 2 point something, 1 point something, 1 point something. So that 1 point something is going to be round. It's going to be like, for example, if I enter 10 plus 10 plus 10 is going to be 20 plus 1.77 or whatever, 75 is going to be equal almost, it's going to be equal almost 22, which is going to be, yeah, so it's going to be close to that. So, okay, let's do it. So let's do 10, right? Oops. 10, enter the second number. Right? And we know that the square root of 3.14 is going to be less than 2. So it's going to be about 22. See that? You round it up to 22. Why? Because just the square root of that is greater than 1.5. The square root of 3.14 is greater than 1.5, right? So it rounded to 22. See how that works, right? Pretty neat, isn't it? Now, you can actually do a lot of stuff here. For example, you want to round that. I know the value of, and just comment B and comment B and comment here, right? Now, also you can comment this. Just enter the value of A. All right, so the value of A comment all this. Why not? So let me just yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's do this real quick, and it's going to be the last one. So if I say 9, see that? If I do 3.000105, right? It's going to be 3. Yep, that's it. That's it, guys. That's it for tonight. I hope this video helped anybody who was taking C++. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, like and subscribe, share. Thank you. Bye-bye.